Yo, what's up, guys? As you can see, I'm in a new environment. I'm in a place called Dojo Bali, where it's some sort of like co-working space where you can come in and just work. So, for those of you that don't know, I'm right now in Bali for like a month or so. I'm just traveling, doing work mainly. Yeah. And this video is gonna be about last Friday's poll, I believe, that I asked you guys to add in the biggest problems or problem that you are facing in dropship right now, and I'll straight up made a video for it. So this is the video for the highest voted, which has like 19 votes by Joshua Watson, and it's how to get consistent sales from tests and know when to scale. All right, now right off the bat, this kind of questions comes up all the time. This is basically the secret sauce question, right? How do you get consistent sales and how do you know when to scale it? Like these two questions, it's everywhere in dropshipping, all right? And the key to getting consistent sales and knowing when to scale them is looking at the data that you are given. A lot of people always they don't value the data as much as they do. They forget how important metrics are, how important data are, right? So Facebook is giving you a ton of data for the money that you invest in it, correct? Like let's say you do $5 a budget, you're basically investing into Facebook in return for data, right? So if you're testing a product and if you're investing money into it to see whether it's going to sell or not, by the end of 24 hours, okay, if there is no add to cart, if there is no initial checkout, if there is no purchase, the chances of it not being a winner increases. Okay, now there are a ton of different metrics that you can look at, but the most important ones that you should keep a lookout for is your cost per click, is your unique click-through rate. It means like the amount of people, how many percent click through the ad and go onto your web page, right? So you need to learn all these basics. Okay, so first thing is you need to learn your cost per click, your click-through rate, your ROAS, your cost per purchase, your CPMs, your view content, add to cart, initial checkout, and purchase. Now, out of these 10 metrics, they are all equally as important, okay, for testing. So how do you get consistent sales? First thing is the product. The product is 80% of whether you're going to get a sale or not, okay? Even if you have shitty marketing, even if you have a shit offer, a shit copy, whatever, if the product is good, it is going to sell. Trust me, I've seen so many good products with shitty marketing sold like hotcakes, okay? Now, 80% is the product. 20% is the ad copy, the ad creative, the funnel that you put your customers through on your website, your landing page, okay? Now, 80% is the product. And the only way to get consistent sales, from my experience and the people that I've talked to, is that you need to sell a product that solves a problem. And when you sell a product that solves a problem and you put it in front of people who are facing those problems that you can solve, they are going to buy. It's as simple as that. Consistent sales. Now, to give you a better example, I'm going to give you one of my products that gave me 5 figures that solved a problem. Okay, so one of the products that I did for 5 figures, and I told my friends about it, is a tea detox. Okay, so tea detox, right off the bat, you will know that it's for detoxing, right? It's antioxidants. It burns fat. It helps you slim down, right? So it solves a problem for people who are overweight, correct? And when you market it that way, that if you were to take this tea detox, this slimming tea, if you will, you're going to slim down. And I market it in a way that you don't have to do any of the work. All you got to do is just drink that maybe once or twice a day, right? And you can get more or less a significant results. But obviously nowadays, this kind of health products is insanely controversial. It's heavily regulated. Facebook doesn't like this kind of products. So that's why that product made me my 5 figures recently. It's not my first ever winning product, but that tea detox made me a lot of money. But because of Facebook cramping down on this kind of products, I stopped it completely. Okay, but the main point is the product that I am selling solves a problem that people are facing. Okay, and when you market it to people who are facing those problems and you can solve it, they will buy. So there is no secret sauce. No matter who, doesn't matter who you ask, how to get consistent sales is by solving a problem that people has. Okay? Second, how do you know when to scale? Now, as a marketer, as a person doing advertising, you need to know the data that you are given. A lot of people always forget the value of data, right? So you're giving money to Facebook, what you're getting back is data, right? Information, analytics, statistics. So you're investing your money in return for data. And when you test a product that doesn't sell, that gives you a lousy cost per click, a lousy click-through rate, low ROAS, high cost per purchase, that is a sure sign that you can't scale that. The product is not going to work. There is no point running it. A lot of people just continue running it, telling themselves like, oh man, like, okay, today's a bad day. Tomorrow's going to do much better. And when tomorrow comes, it does even worse. And what's worse is that you wasted even more money. You wasted unnecessary money. Money that could be spent on your next product testing that could be very well be your winner, your next winner. You know what I mean? So as a good marketer, you need to know how to interpret the metrics. You need to know how to see the data. And when you look at the data, when you see the metrics, you need to know when to kill and when to keep it running. Okay? Now I look at 10 metrics. Cost per click, unique click-through rate, view content, purchase, add to cart, initial checkout, cost per purchase, ROAS, CPMs, and your budget. Okay, now budget is the least important of all, but the two most important metrics that you should look out for is your cost per purchase and your ROAS. And keep in mind, guys, I'm talking about when to scale. So if you're looking at an ad set that you want to scale, chances are it's already making sales, right? So if your ad set is making a good amount of sales, look at your cost per purchase, look at your ROAS. If your ROAS is above 2, and that is just like average, okay, you have a little bit of room to scale if your ROAS is times 2. But if your ROAS is 2.5 and above, then your room to scale is much higher, okay? Now, you want to look at your cost per purchase. Cost per purchase is one of the most important metrics because even though if your ad set is making sales, but you are paying more than your profits to Facebook to get a sale, you are losing money, okay? For example, let's say your profit margin of a product is $15, okay? So $15 is your break-even point, all right? And if your cost per purchase is $20, for every sale that you make, you're losing $5, okay? And it doesn't matter if your ad set is making sales or the cha-ching comes out, it doesn't matter, it sounds good. But at the end of the day, you are losing money. At the end of the day, you are not making any profit. In fact, you're going even down. You're making yourself into debt, right? In a way, you're depreciating your money. So if you have high cost of purchase and your ad set is your ad set is making sales, but your cost per purchase is above your profit margin, then you are not making money. You are losing money. At the end of the day, you want to make money. So if you're losing money, it doesn't make sense to keep it running, even though it's making sales, right? You're just making yourself happy when you hear the cha-chings. But at the end of the day, you look at your numbers, you look at your bank account, and you ask yourself, where is the fucking money? Right? Where is the money? you are losing money every time you make sales if your cost of purchase is higher than your profit margins. And that is what I see all the time, is that people do not follow the metrics. People do not care about the data they're given, or they do not care as much, or they do not know how to interpret them. Okay? So if you want to know when to scale, make sure that your ROAS is above 2.5 at least. So you have just that enough of room to scale. Okay? Because when you scale, your ROAS is going to drop, your cost per purchase is going to increase. It's just natural. That is how Facebook ads goes. Okay? So when you scale, do not worry about your cost per purchase increasing and your ROAS decreasing, because that is natural when you are scaling. Okay? But the metric to look out for is that your ROAS is 2.5 and above, and your cost per purchase is within your profit margin. Okay? Now, CPMs. CPMs is like the more that I'm in the game, CPM doesn't really matter as much now. Okay? CPMs are just they're just there. Okay? They play a role, but there are better metrics to look out for than just CPMs. But as a general rule of thumb, high CPMs would be anything above $30. Okay? 35 and above, and it's probably not going to work. Now, cost per click. I look out for $1.50 and below. $1.50 and below. Okay? After 24 hours. Keep in mind, guys, you must make sure that you wait at least 24 hours, okay? If you're always in your Facebook Manager at every minute, checking the stats every hour, and from your 40 cents cost per click, you keep looking at it throughout the day, maybe 100 times, 20 times, whatever, it's gonna fluctuate here and there, and it's gonna fuck up your mindset, right? Because you're like, oh fuck, why is my cost per click increasing? Oh fuck, why is my CPMs increasing, right? So you don't want to mess up your mindset, because what Facebook is doing is optimizing it, right? So give it at least 24 hours, okay? Try not to look at ads when you wake up. Just wait 24 hours at the end of the day, then you look at your ads. Otherwise, don't waste your time, don't waste more money, okay? So there you go. Number one, to get consistent sales, sell a product that solves a problem. Okay, solve a targeted market's problem. Like for my case, I sold a tea detox slimming tea to overweight people who wants to get slimmer. Okay. Second, how to know when to scale. Look at your ROAS above 2.5, and your cost per purchase is still within your profit margins. CPMs, cost per click, click-through rate, it doesn't matter if it's shitty, even though you are making sales, okay? Let me reiterate on that. Now, if your CPMs and if your cost per click and if your click-through rate are all shit, right? But you are still making sales and it's still within your profit margin, you are still making money, okay? Keep it running. As long as you are making money, keep it running, okay? It just makes sense, right? Don't do things that doesn't make any sense, okay? If you're making money, keep it running. If you're not making any money, kill it and move on, okay? It's as simple as that. So as a marketer, you need to know when to kill and when to run, okay? You need to know when to kill and when to run. You need to know how to differentiate the opposite ends. Okay, guys, it is extremely important. You must know this. And there you go.